Hello. I did monetize this, so like the ads will be happening right now.
The
But
ads.
for people who have ad blockers, hello. I know there are some people who do. I don't know if I would ever pay for YouTube. What do you think?
No.
I mean, it is nice to not have ads, but
Oh, it's nice to be able to be on your phone and then swipe out of it and still have the thing playing.
mine does that and I don't pay. It didn't used to do that and it was really annoying, but then one day it just started
I
doing
think it's a
it.
free trial situation because mine did that for a while and then it's like, get YouTube Red and have this be a thing forever.
I mean, it's been happening for like 2 or 3 months now.
That's so rude.
So now I'll text people and I'll have it up like
I love that. But then I get annoyed because I can't go comment. Like if I'm watching a YouTuber, like, because I used to watch videos and like not comment. But now like you have to, or else your friends think you're not watching their video.
true. I mean, yeah, I just watch a lot of I don't know. I've been going through a phase where I just watch like bigger YouTuber, like booktubers. So I'm like, they don't even care if I comment. It's not it's not that big of a deal. Because I've just been watching like my comfort booktubers because it's just I'm really going through it, okay? Like not to get into it, but I'm really going through it. And so I've been watching a lot of like well, she changed her channel name. It used to be Books with Chloe, but now Chloe Bunny.
Oh yeah, I love her.
I love her. And then like Meg with Books. And I feel like I hate that I don't have an accent. Like after just binge watching their videos, I'm like I mean, they have different accents, but I'm just like, wow, I'm so lame. I'm so American. And I hate that for me. Maybe I should go through some of these comments. What are you going to be reading? I guess I should ask that too.
Yes. Me? Oh, Lord.
Yeah, you.
I don't know yet. I'm like, I haven't been reading lately because work has been insane this week. Okay. But, I got these books today, so maybe I'll do Legends and Lattes. But I swear I wanted to read some like horse. Oh yeah, the Elsie Silver, like her backlist I'm trying to get through because I've been loving the small town girly moments.
You're just really living your horse girl fantasy.
I am.
I love that. Well, I'm going to be reading something that's very out of my comfort zone. Don't know if this is the time to do it, but like, hey, if you're going to go through a crisis, like, why not try out some new things?
Oh, Lord.
So I didn't even know this was on KU, and I thought I was going to have to push it to reading this on Sunday. But I checked, and I was heart palpitating, like, why is it on KU? But anyways, ninth house. I'm going to be reading this. This is my main focus for the 24 hours.
It's on KU?
Like, who am I? Yeah, it's on KU. I was looking it up because I was like, okay, it's a shot in the dark. Like, this is what I told people I'd be reading this week, so I got to actually do it. But, yeah, and then it was like, oh, yeah, it's on KU. And I was taken.
Oh, my God, that's crazy.
And I just really want to pre-order Hellbent, but I have to read this before I can soundly do that.
I tried to read that like 2 years ago. Whenever it came out, I was so excited for it. I had just gotten into BookTube, and I used to be like really into like the spookier book. Well, I still am, but like in a different way. Mm. But I used to order those, and then I ordered Ninth House, and I literally hated it, like the beginning of it, and I didn't even get past like 30 pages.
Yeah, they say it's very info dumpy in the first 50 pages. So I'm expecting that, though.
Yeah, it is. It's a little rough.
But I'm excited and nervous. But I don't think it'll be one of those things where if I don't like it, that people will be upset with me, you know? So there's no pressure for me to like it.
Yeah.
Oh, but also, I was watching, like I said, Meg with Books, and did you see her rating of Belladonna? She gave it a 2.
No.
It was a 2.5 at first, and then she like read another book for the vlog, and she came back to it and she was like, actually it's a 2. It is a 2. I'm so sorry, but I didn't like it.
That's okay, because a lot of people did love it. Like recently. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everyone has read it like within the past like 2 months or so. And I was really nervous when like all of our friends were reading it.
Because of you.
Yeah. But most of them liked it, so I was like, okay. This is good.
Yeah, it was funny. I was just like, she said she liked it. It was just the writing she didn't like.
I can see that.
Also, what is that piano?
Oh, it's my little ambiance.
Setting the mood for yourself.
Is it like loud?
I mean, I can hear it, but
I was like, I'll just leave it on and then I'll turn it up later.
Like when we're sprinting.
Yeah.
I'm still sick with a cough and a cold. Did I decipher that correctly? I'm sorry that you are. Hope you feel better soon. Yes. I'm reading Love the One You're With by Emily Griffin? I've never heard of this one.
Me neither, but I think I've heard of the author.
Yeah. I'll be trying to finish The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin and Northern Spy by Flynn Barry. Not really liking either, so I need them to go away. Yeah, I've obviously heard of The City We Became. Northern Spy, I've seen the cover of, and it just doesn't look like a book I would like. Hello. Trying to finish Court of Dreams, Shadow Fae Book 4. How many pages do you have left? Let us know. Hola, Sammy. How are you? OMG, I wasn't expecting sprints tonight. Hey, ladies.
Hello.
Yeah, it was kind of planned, but then not actually scheduled.
We're always chaotic.
Yeah, truly. But it is the second weekend of the month, so like, I know we've been a little off these past couple of months doing it not in the second weekend, but we're back at it again with the second weekend of the month. Man, it looks so comfy. Love it.
I am. I got like a Christmas blanket already. We're ready.
I was using a Christmas mug the other day, and I was like, this just feels wrong. I don't know. I was like, we got to give the turkey.
No, we don't. We don't.
That's how a lot of people feel.
The only thing I like about Thanksgiving is that it's a prelude to Christmas, and you get to see your family together.
Yeah. I mean, but I guess people do that for Christmas too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Family. Hello. I think you jinx yourself, Sarah. What did I say about myself? I'm like trying to think back on what we were talking about. I can relate to that, Sarah, going through it and watching YouTubers for comfort and relaxing. Exactly. Hello, McKay. What are you going to be reading? Are you reading anything? Hello, Sarah. Did you get the special edition of Den of Vipers? Yes, I did. What's happening? But I see Remy. I got the special edition and shipping was $33. So I almost didn't buy it because as soon as I was going to buy it, I was like, I'm going to be broke after this. But then everything else in my life was making me upset, and I was like, I'm gonna do this one thing for myself, and I'll regret it later. But I'll also not regret it because I got my hands on a copy of the special edition, and it's one that I know I like. I know a lot of people buy special editions of books that they're not even sure if they're gonna like or not, and then if you spend like $80 on a freaking special edition box book and you hate it, like, what do you do with that? Hannah's Recent Reads is my comfort booktuber. I love her videos. As long as my headache or stress don't come on again, I will be reading more of Night Crawling. I have a really beautiful copy of Night Crawling, and I put it on my TBR. I can't even remember which one it was. And I just never got to it. I don't know why, but I love the cover, and the premise sounds so interesting. And I love the author. I watched this talk show that she was on promoting the book, and I just can't believe how young she is. I have to read Dear Edward by Anne. I don't even know why I try to say the last names because who cares? But I really want to continue with Mercy by Sarah Kate. It is so good.
Yes.
Which book is that in the series? I always forget.
It's the 4th. Where's my phone at? Oh, here it is. Okay.
But I've heard of Dear Edward. I have that on my bookshelf.
My work friend just messaged me and she said, I read some of Credence tonight, so I screamed.
Like, which part? Like
Exactly. Last I heard, she was on chapter 13, and you know it gets juicy at chapter 16. So I'm like,
you're like, please keep me updated live. Sometimes KU has some surprising titles. Yeah, and then I looked up some of my other books because I didn't really know what kind of mood I was in, and I kind of really have been liking nonfiction recently, mainly like memoirs. And the first title that I searched was Somebody's Daughter because I've been wanting to read it, and it was on KU too. And I was like, what? But KU's really been stepping up their game because I feel like way back when they just had the generic thrillers and then a bunch of nonfiction of like cookbooks and stuff like that, and then obviously indie romances have pretty much always been on there because where else are they gonna be?
Yeah.
But they've really stepped it up. I have 30 pages left of The Sacrifice, and after I'm going to continue reading Sign Here, which I'm halfway through. I haven't heard a lot about that book.
I saw that one at the bookstore today.
It seems interesting. I've heard it's like a mix of horror and comedy. So I have to check out if KU Canada has Ninth House as well. You should. Hello, just joined, but I'm 5 pages through The Devil in the Dark Water. My Kindle hasn't arrived yet, but it's arriving later today. Yes. Also, Devil in the Dark Water, I know a lot of people do not like that book.
I literally hate that book. like, I think it's the worst book.
I've actually not heard of a single person liking it. I'm sure there are people, but just from what I've seen,
yeah,
crickets. Like, nobody likes it, or everyone DNFs it. It's not.
I DNF'd it at 65%, and I don't even DNF things.
Yeah, you don't. So that's saying something. But you're 5 pages through, so hopefully you're liking it right now, and hopefully you continue to like it. Not that we just like bashed it. I haven't even opened that book. I don't own that book because of all the negative reviews I saw. No, I loved Belladonna.
So good.
Yes. Reading Northern Spy for my library book club. Would never have picked it up otherwise. Fair enough. 71% in Court of Dreams. Not sure what I'm going to read next. If you want to, you can give us some options. I feel it, Mando. The temp dropped by 20 degrees today, and now I'm thinking about putting up my tree tomorrow.
My tree's already up. It's up there, fully decorated.
Was it like the day after Halloween?
Yes.
You're one of those.
No, it's actually Ryan who's one of those. He had the tree out, and I had gotten home from work. It was a Tuesday, and I was like, do we have to do this right now?
He's like,
yeah, we're doing this right now. And I'm like, oh my God.
That's so funny.
But yeah.
Hello. Finishing up Wicked by Ammo Jones.
Ooh, is that good?
I want to read that. I still haven't read an Ammo Jones. And I'm kind of appalled, honestly.
Yeah, you need to.
But like, I love her Instagram posts and stuff. And I'm like, wow, you seem so cool. Why haven't I read one of your books yet?
She is.
Hello, did y'all get the Den of Viper special edition? And was everyone reading? Yes, I got it.
You did?
I was talking about that when you were gone, but yeah, I got the special edition. And I almost didn't because shipping really made the price go skyrocket, like up. I just can't. And I'm reading Ninth House. I'm going to be starting it.
And I think I'm reading, I don't know. I think
you should start Legends and Lattes and just see how you feel.
I don't know the vibe yet. I haven't read anything in a while. I think I might read a Photo Finish by Elsie Silver.
Sounds good. Yes.
$30?
It was $33 for shipping.
Oh, Lord.
Because it's from Australia, I think.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
You're like, oh, yeah, that justifies.
Well, that, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but, like, the book itself was $55. So I was like, yeah, that's a lot. And then it was like, okay, let's calculate shipping costs. And it was like, oh, yeah, here's $33 on top of that. And I was like, do I do it? Like, do I just not buy groceries for the next week? Do I what do I do?
You're like, yep.
And I was like, I mean, decisions had to be made, sacrifices have to be made. Like, I'm going to be happy that I got it in the long run. Yeah. I can always make that money back, you know? I'm more prone to buy a special edition of something I already know I love. Yeah, I don't want to take any risks.
No.
Reading it after the fact. I want to read it, love it, and then buy like a really nice copy of it. Even though I guess I kind of, well, no, It Starts With Us, like it's a special edition, but it's not like $60 or.
No, it was like normal price pretty much.
Yeah. So excited for you, Sarah, for getting this special edition of Den of Vipers. It was having no ads on YouTube that I was saying that you jinxed yourself. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yes, Nightcrawling is great because it's true story, but is also heartbreaking. I'm sucked in. Yeah, I really do want to read that. It's not going to happen before the end of this year, for sure, because I'm really behind on my 22 books to read in 2022. I totally forgot that list existed. And I want to still try to get that like checked off, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it.
Do you want to know what happened when I had to, like, put my screen down?
Yeah.
Like, Ryan comes in here, he's like, I really need to talk to you. And I was like, okay. Like, why? He's like, no, like right now. And I was like, okay. Like I was like, I've never seen him this serious. So I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? Are you gonna kick me out?
I saw your face. You were like, why are you in here right now? He
goes, I found a frog outside. And I was like, what? And then he's like, yeah, it's gonna do 3 backflips. And I'm like looking at him and I'm like, there's no frog. And then he's like, can you hold his hat? And so I'm like, and then he's like, do you believe I have a frog in my hand? And I'm like, no. And he's like, then why are you holding his hand?
Oh my God.
And that's what you had to tell me, guys. That's love right there.
That is concerning, honestly. Like, is he okay?
I think he saw it on TikTok or something. I'm
That's
like,
funny.
that was the important thing.
You're like, I'm live right now.
Yeah.
Save it for another time.
Yeah.
I can tell many of you are not from Canada. Shipping is regularly over $30.
Hell no.
It's expensive to ship up here. Yeah. Not really. I have great memories reading Den of Vipers with y'all and needed to buy it and don't want to pay resale later. $30 shipping is worth it. Exactly. And I was so worried that I wasn't going to get a copy, but they guaranteed that if you order it by Monday, the 14th, right? No. 12, 13. Yeah, 14th. As long as you place your order before then, you get a copy. But it's like their biggest release yet on that website.
Is it Fable?
Yeah, Fabled. And they were trying to minimize like the traffic of everyone logging in at once. So they opened general sale early and you could get the link from them. Like you could DM them a snake emoji and they would send you the direct link with the password.
Oh my God.
Just to like, because their site crashed when they like actually, and I was like, okay, where are all these people at that love Den of Vipers? Like, these are my people.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought everyone hated it, but.
Oh my God, so fun. It looks so good. Like the side.
So stunning. And it's a huge book too, so I can't even imagine what it's going to look like in person, you know, because there's a lot of, you know, with shorter books, if they put like stenciled edges and stuff, there's only so much room. But Den of Vipers is a thick book. So there's some room for sure.
I didn't know this was Australian company. So that means anytime they do something cool, it's going to be $30 shipping or more, depending on if it's like a box set.
Yeah. It was a lot. I'm genuinely thinking about finally picking up a Kindle. You should. I mean, there was a deal going on not too long ago, and that's when I got my updated one. I still have to turn in my other one because I did the whole trade-in thing, and you can get a gift card and then some percentage off of your new Kindle. But
might have a Black Friday deal.
Possibly. Only reading Devil in the Dark Water because I absolutely love 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. Is that the same author?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Oh, Stuart Turton.
Mm-hmm.
That's on KU. 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I feel like I'd be confused by that book. My tree is fully pink. It brings me.
Oh my God, yes.
That's amazing. Which Kindle did you get? I want one, but not sure which one to put on my Christmas list. They have a newer one that you can write on now. Like that you can write notes.
That's so cool.
I don't know if it's out yet, but I saw some ads for it.
I like mine. It's just the Paperwhite.
Yeah, I have the, I don't know where it is right now. The Paperwhite signature edition, so it has no ads.
I just like got it for Christmas from my brother-in-law last year. Best gift.
Exactly. Yeah, if you don't know what books to get somebody, like
just give them the whole ass Kindle.
Just get them a Kindle, you know? Or you could buy them KU, like a subscription to KU for however many months.
Mm-hmm.
Great gift. Finishing up, love the one you're with. Hello.
Hello.
I would like to have the special edition of Sword of Kaigen, but I don't know where to get it or how much it is. I don't know. Do they have a special edition of it? Or are you just saying like you would love for them to come out with one? But we'll talk about this after the first sprint, but I am experiencing the most amount of FOMO over Babel.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we can talk about it right now, but after watching so many vlogs of people reading it and loving it, and some people crying over it, was like, this is definitely not a book I would ever imagine.
I feel like if you like Ninth House, though, you could try that next, because I feel like they're in the same, like, darker fantasy element kind of thing going on. I don't know. Dark Academia.
Yeah, Dark Academia, and it has a lot to do with, like, language. Obviously, because Babel. Babel, whatever you want to say. I guess, like, Babel is the UK way of saying it. Am I wrong about that? And then the American version of it is Babel. But the audiobook, people say it says Babel. So I'm just saying Babel because I want to be fancy. But the special edition of Babel is like chef's kiss.
It is.
That's what made me think of it, like the special edition. I'm enjoying it, but I loved Sicko more.
Nothing tops Sicko.
Interesting. I'm glad you bought the Den of Viper. Same. Like, I was just over the moon. Hello.
All right.
OMG, I love the frog thing. Did the frog start to sing and dance? Hello, my darling.
Literally.
We're going to start right at 30. How long do we want to sprint? Like, do we want to do an hour?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. So true. Cassie in the Garden, most shipping is a minimum of 25. Yeah, no. No thanks. How many copies of Den of Vipers do you own? Just the one. I almost, when Christine was trying to unhaul hers, I almost was like, let me get it. But there was no reason for me to have that, you know? And I almost wanted to get the signed hard copy that came out a couple of months ago, and then it sold out super quick, so I didn't get my hands on it. I really love my Kindle Paperwhite. Yes, me too. I had a Paperwhite before, and then I just got the one that has like the wider screen.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Paperwhite, and I love it too. Yes. Oasis just, it scares me that it has a glass screen. That's the only downside of it, yeah. Mm. But I like the side that you can like put your whole hand on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's very ergonomic or whatever. Yes, I saw a YouTuber showing the special edition of Sword of Kaigen. Ooh. That's definitely not a book I would read, but like I want to see what the special edition looks like. I'm currently reading The Stepford Wives. I want to read that so bad. I haven't. I want to read Book of Night by Holly Black, but I'm afraid to be disappointed.
I give that book 5 stars.
But like everyone else is disappointed by it. Like
I know. Well, they don't understand.
They just don't get it. And you're like, I get it.
I get it.
I went from a fire tablet to a Paperwhite, and that was life-changing. I can only imagine. Fire is like the, I don't know. I always think of like the Barnes & Noble Nook. They also have like their own e-reader. But I just love the Paperwhite. All right, let's hop into our first sprinty.
Sprinty sprint.
And I'll see you guys in, that was a weird, I was like, yeah. I'll see you guys in 1 hour. Hello. Amanda looks shook.
Oh.
Why did that feel like that sprint was 20 years long?
I know, I'm like so tired. I almost like fell asleep.
I mean, you look really comfy, so makes sense.
It's that time.
The start of the 24 hours, you're like, time for bed.
Literally.
It's the delay for me.
Every time.
It'll go back to normal in a minute. Are you liking your book? What did you end up starting?
I started, what's it called? What Was Meant to Be by QB Tyler.
Oh, so none of the options that you were talking about.
Yep. But it's her new one. It's good. It's like an age gap. You're getting married and I don't like it because I'm in love with you situation.
I've never read a QB Tyler book before. I don't think.
They're all very angsty.
I read, it was like a shorter book, First Semester. Is that by QB Tyler?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I read that. It was super smutty. But I haven't read anything else like Bittersweet Surrender and I haven't read any of those. They're all like on my Kindle library, but I just haven't read them yet.
Juicy.
So I don't know.
Oh God.
I kept looking at myself during that sprint because I just felt like my face looked so perplexed the whole time. And I kept looking up and I was like, I look confused as fuck right now. But I got to page 58 and I tabbed it because I was like, okay, I want to annotate this. But then I was like, what am I supposed to be annotating? Like I just feel like I'm so out of where I normally am. Like I've never experienced a book like this. Like I don't read books like this. So I don't know. I was like at first really confused by everything that was going on. And then I was liking it. And then I was confused again. So I don't know.
Literally. No, it's not even the genre. It's that book.
Like, but is this fantasy or is this dark academia or is this murder mystery? Like, I just don't I guess it's a lot of different things. I don't know. You can't pin Ninth House down to one genre.
Dark academia.
With magic.
With magic. With pizzazz.
But I think it's so dumb that her name is Galaxy. Like, ew. I mean, she mainly goes by Alex, but Galaxy? Come on now. And then Darlington?
Oh, I love it.
I was like, what? Is that his real name? And then they said Daniel Tabor Arlington? Yeah. And I was like, that makes more sense. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it thus far, but I have no words. Hello. Also, I did set a timer for 10 minutes just because I'm used to that, but we can definitely talk longer than 10 minutes. I just finished reading Love the One You're With. Nice. Did you like it?
Yay.
I will be reading the other book in the next sprint. Nice. The next book I'll be reading is Danger in the Shadows by D. Henderson. I've never heard of this one either. Should I look it up? I like how it says the next boo. And I definitely think I'll be switching to the audiobook also in the next sprint, like following along as I go.
That's a good idea.
Because I'm not comfy with this book. So I need to.
I think it might be a good one on audio.
Yeah, probably. Danger in the Shadows. I don't even know what genre this is. By D. Henderson.
Not me, not.
I know, you're gonna make me yawn. Oh yeah, I've never even seen this cover before.
Oh. It's very like 2000s.
It really is. It gives me vibes of like Uglies.
Yeah. Oh my god. Throwback.
Phew, glad I hopped on YouTube and seen you peeps doing sprints. Love your live chats. Currently reading We Shall Not Bow by Adeline Winters. I'm in need of all the Fae romances.
Ooh.
Glad you could make it. Finished The City We Became. Meh. One more boring one to go.
Yeah, they're reading the other one that's boring.
The Northern Spy, right?
Yeah. I think so.
If it is boring, then just DNF it. Don't waste it. But it's for book club. I get it. If I'm reading something like specifically for something, I'm less likely to DNF it. I have a couple pages of my book. I'm going to finish it. Yeah, just finish it. Don't listen to us. The beginning of ninth. Oh, I found the beginning of ninth house so confusing.
It was.
It was just like, hey, here's all these like terminology things that I just expect you to know. And I'm like, what's going on? And then I'm not even fully sure what the whole house thing is about. Because, like, I've heard other people talk about that she's in the ninth house. And I'm like, they haven't even talked about really the houses and how that all works. I mean, they talked about why all this magic settled at Yale. And then anytime there's a freaking map in a book, I'm like
spooked.
I'm on high alert. I opened the book and I was like, no. Like, do I have to memorize this?
I just always go back to it.
I truly just feel like a fish out of water. I don't think you understand. That book really stays confusing too. Oh no. I did like the part where they were talking about I don't know. I don't get what the reasoning is for what they're doing. I guess that's why I'm confused. But I like the whole procedure at the beginning of the book.
Oh God.
The descriptions were truly everything. I'm reading Hidden Pictures. Ooh. I almost bought that the other day. But I didn't. I was going to buy that along with White Horse because there was a signed copy of it at Target. But then it had one of those like permanent stamps at Target Book Club. And I was like,
no.
But it's signed, but it has this ugly stamp on it. Like I was going back and forth about it, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna get it. But then I ordered White Horse on. I just always think of Taylor Swift when I say White Horse.
Queen.
Truly, but White Horse. Oh my God, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I ordered it on Amazon because I was like, whatever. Because I went to another store to look for it, and they didn't have it there. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just order it on Amazon. And then I ordered it on Amazon, and I got it yesterday, and it's damaged.
Oh.
Like, it looks like somebody ran over it. I was like,
literally just like tell them, and then they'll send a new one.
No, I already did, but it's just so annoying. And then I have to go to like Kohl's to go drop it off, like my older copy. I'm just like, you guys are the ones that messed up. Just let me keep both copies.
I mean, yeah.
But I already have to turn in my Kindle, so I can just do the two things at once. Loved Hidden Pictures. Yeah, I was definitely flipping through it to look at the drawings. I didn't get too far because I know that as the book goes on, they get creepier and creepier. But I thought it was pretty cool. Amanda, did you ever show us the dragon you got for a bad day?
Oh my god, yes, I did. He's in my other room.
And he's like skin colored. I'm just kidding.
I mean, yeah.
Honestly, I mean, no, I'm not kidding.
Honestly, that is my skin color for sure. Because, like, the pink undertone. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's not as big as I want it to be, but it never is it? I like the big stuffies. I saw a dragon today in the bookstore. That's the same brand, but it was like a bigger one that I thought it was gonna be that big, but it was $100-something. I'm like, why is people charging so much for stuffed animals?
Yeah, I know. How much was the one that you got? The dragon?
$50.
Oh yeah, it's so small.
And you saw it in person. It's just a normal thing.
It really is. I was like expecting it to be so much bigger.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's it? That's right. The thing you got for $50? Mm-mm. Has anyone here read Tender as a Flesh? Is it worth reading? Mm-hmm. I've read it. Is it worth reading? I mean, yes, I guess. It was like a 3-star for me. But I went into it expecting to be fully grossed out, and I wasn't. But I don't know. But like the writing was good. I just felt like not a lot happened at all. It was kind of just a character study more than anything. I like maps and books, but I never refer back to them. LOL. But if I get confused on where things are, I should probably refer back to it. I'm going to get confused. I can already tell. Alternating between reading Every Heart a Doorway and listening to A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking. That sounds cute. And I loved Every Heart a Doorway. So I guess I have read a fantasy before. That's like light fantasy though, and it's super short. I'll give it a 5 stars. Nice. I got White Horse from Book of the Month. I put my Book of the Month subscription on pause because of my book buying ban. And I didn't want like my Book of the Month book to count as one of my bingos because I've been skipping most of the time anyways. Like I don't really like the Book of the Month picks that much. I usually end up skipping like every 2 months. Oh wait, this is about Tender as a Flesh. A lot of trigger warnings. Usually horror books don't bother me at all, but it made me a little sick to my stomach. That's interesting. I mean, yeah, definitely a lot of trigger warnings, but I don't know why it didn't bother me. I think I'm just like immune. I mean, I've read like gross-ish books before, but all I've heard about this one is nasty stuff. I mean, I definitely think The Troop is worse, if that helps anything. Or to put it into perspective.
I have that one.
The Troop?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like The Troop either. I mean, well, I like Tender as a Flesh a little bit more, but just because The Troop felt a little too long, and there was a lot of animal abuse. Like, a lot. It makes me. Yeah, it's pretty gross. The description is pretty vivid. Yeah. All right. Are we ready for another sprint?
Yes.
How long this time? Do you want to do another hour? Do we want to do like 45, 50?
I might pass out, but I'm gonna put my charger in. Okay.
Yeah, I saw Liz said, like, is your iPad charged?
It's not. It's gonna die, but I got it. Yeah. But if I pass out, don't hate me.
Okay.
Don't
Let's do like a, what time is it? 15:30.
Don't make fun of me. I know it's freaking 9:40.
No. I was just, I was like thinking of what each time would bring us to for the next.
The time change has really messed me up.
I know I've said this on multiple lives now. But
you're like, you have, didn't you say it doesn't really mess with me at all?
Yeah, because I just look at the time and that's the time I believe it is.
No, like, it's awful.
It doesn't affect me at all. I don't notice it at all. I mean, I've definitely noticed that it gets darker a lot quicker.
Yeah.
But that's about it. And today was storming, so I'm like, sleep. it was really dark because of that. But
I'm feeling that way. Remember Readathon Sprints one day when like my eyes were shutting?
Yeah.
That's what it's like. No.
I DNF'd the truth. That was boring as hell. It was just very dense. And I would compare it to, which is going to sound weird because I really like Stephen King's writing, but it was very much like a carbon copy of Stephen King's writing. And he stole like a lot of the stuff formatting wise from Carrie for that book. So I don't know. I think it's weird though that like he has the blurb that's on the front of the book. It's like, you read this book, did you not see like this is literally the same format as one of your books and pretty much the same writing. But with a different concept, obviously. Like, I saw this book the other day at the bookstore. Oh my gosh. Anyway. This book. And I was like, I've seen this cover before, but it's not by this person. And I was thinking of the other book that it reminded me of. It reminded me of The Dream Daughter by Diane Chamberlain. Because it was the same exact cover. Not really, but like pretty much. And the blurb on the front cover was from Diane Chamberlain, like about the book. I'm like, did you not see this cover? It was like, that's literally my cover. I just don't understand. The time changes, messes me up totally. Amanda. My brain is still an hour ahead. It sounds
my full name.
Amanda. Yeah, when I was coming to visit you, my mom was like, oh, you're going to like see your friend Amanda? And I'm like, no, I'm going to see Amanda.
Yeah, oh my god, that's so funny because I'm going on this trip for a conference next week, and one of the guys that's like the important dude was like, oh, let me get your number so we can like, meet up. And I sent him a text and I'm like, hi, it's Manda. And he's like, do you go by Manda? And I'm like, if you're my friend. And then everyone was joking because they're like, you should not say that to him. And they start like roasting him. It was so funny. I was like, if you're my friend, like, it's so sassy.
If you're my friend, then you can call me Manda, but otherwise, no. The only time I notice the time change is at work. I can't relate. I mean, our phones that we use to scan books and stuff, they're still on the other time, which is annoying, but it doesn't bother me. I do better with the time going back than when it goes forward. Yeah, definitely. Controversial, but I don't know if I believe that all the people who blur books actually read the books. Actually,
not.
And like people on Goodreads who exclusively read new releases, like arcs, and then they give them all 5 stars.
Oh, I don't trust them.
I'm like, there's no way, first of all, that you read all those books like in that short chunk of time, and then also that they were all 5 stars. I don't believe that for us. All right, so let's do like a 45-minute sprint.
Okay.
And then we'll see how we feel. Let me change the little timer. I can put it up on the screen so people can see what I'm doing. Oh, wait. All right. See you all in 45. Hello. So Amanda is no longer here. I don't know if her iPad died or if she fell asleep. I messaged her, but she didn't text back, so I think she's probably asleep. But it's a-okay. The show must go on. I think I'll do probably one more sprint, probably another 45-minute one. I'm also getting pretty tired, and this book is not helping. But I got to page... Where's my bookmark? I got to page 101, so I'm that much in. And I did start listening to the audiobook. So it says I'm 22% of the way in, which is like not bad. I'm not necessarily wanting to DNF yet, but I'm also just not invested yet. But it is like, let me look and see how many pages it is. There's like discussion questions and stuff in the back, so there's like so many things in the back of this book. 450 pages. So I don't know. But yeah. I just feel like a lot of stuff is being thrown at me and I just don't understand what's going on. And I'm not invested in any of the characters. I'm not invested in like what's happening. Like we had our first death happen and I was like, okay. I don't know. I mean, it's not like somebody we were supposed to be invested in or whatever. Like it just kind of happened. But I'm not like wondering how and why that person died, if you know what I mean. But like I said, I'm not wanting to DNF it. I'm just not invested yet. But let me know how your books are going. What's happening? Hello, Roger. How's it going? It's going. It's going. How are things going with you? So has anyone seen the thing with your channel handle? I like how they did it. Gives an Instagram vibe. Why am I? Okay. I like how they did it. Gives an Instagram vibe, sort of, I guess you could say. I saw, like, I got a notification from YouTube saying, like, I can claim my handle and, like, personalize it. I don't really know what all that's about. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, just have your channel come up as your channel name. Maybe. So it would be like youtube.com/Sarah Shelves or something. I don't know. I'm on chapter 3 at 49 pages. You're reading... Oh my gosh. I looked it up in the last sprint and I cannot remember. I'm scrolling back up to see if I can find it. I literally looked it up. I could just look in my freaking Google history. Oh my god, I'm squinting so hard. Danger in the Shadows. Okay. Are you liking it? I know you're only 49 pages in, but are you liking it? Wow, you got far in the book. I mean, it doesn't seem like it to me. And I don't know how to feel about it. But again, I'm not used to this genre, so I have no idea if I'm supposed to be liking it at this point or not. Like, I really have nothing to go off of. Maybe put the 9th house on hold till Sunday. I definitely can't do that because then it wouldn't be in the 24 hours for the 24-hour readathon. I mean, technically, it's still part of my Gilmoreathon TBR, so I could do that because that ends on Sunday night, I believe. I don't even remember. I'm too lazy to look it up. I think Gilmoreathon ends Sunday night. It was Monday to Sunday. That's how most readathons run. I finished chapter 1 of Dear Edward so far. It's just an introduction of characters. I don't know if I should be paying attention someone more than others. I said before that I do own this book. Sorry, I'm really spacey. Like, I don't know. This book is really making me dumb. Dear Edward is the one where there's a guy who survives a plane crash, right? It's supposed to be pretty sad. I want to read that for a video, actually, but I don't know when that would happen. Because I feel like I own at least 3 books that have some sort of plane element in them. So I thought it'd be fun to do like a themed vlog reading books featuring planes. One is a thriller, and then the other 2 are pull on your heartstrings emotional type books. This book is getting good. Ooh. I'm glad. I'm on page 31 of Les Mis, still on the slow side, but not as much. Yeah, I remember you were saying like it takes a lot to read just one page, so I'm proud of you for being that far. I still am like, why are you doing that to yourself? I don't know. I just could never. And it's translated from French, right? I was looking up books. That's actually so interesting that you say that, though, because I was looking up books today that were translated from French. So it's almost like this conversation was just fated to occur because I had this other video idea. I have a lot of video ideas, but then I just never do them because I'm like, somebody else could do that idea way better than I ever could. And then I just never follow through with it. Because this one in particular was like Spotify picks my, like Spotify chooses my next read or whatever, and I would just go into my playlists and then shuffle them and whatever song comes on. Like I have some playlists that are more upbeat, and then I have some sadder ones, some nostalgic songs, and then my favorite songs of all time, that type of thing. But I was looking in my sad songs one because that's mainly all I've been listening to recently, which is not good when you're already sad to be listening to sad music. But at the same time, it makes me feel better in a weird way, just like wallowing. But anyway, I put it on shuffle, and the first song that came on was Au Revoir by One Republic. And I was like, okay, but if I were to pair a book with this song, what would it be? And I was like, well, obviously I don't know a book that's called Au Revoir. And I was like, maybe. But Au Revoir is obviously French. So I was like, what about a book that's translated from French for that? So I don't know. That was a pointless rant. I think they did it to make YouTube feel more streamlined with other social media apps. Yeah, because if it's just like your handle is, you know, youtube.com/ and then it's just a bunch of numbers and letters, then nobody can ever find you. But you're right. Like Instagram, you can just search somebody's handle or you can search their name. Because there's even sometimes where I will type in somebody's channel name, and then it doesn't even come up with channels. It'll just come up with videos, and then I have to scroll and scroll and scroll to find a channel with that name. I know you can like turn on those little what are they called? That was perfect timing. It was like your brain is shutting off, you need to do a sprint. But you can filter it where it's just showing channels, but it's just so annoying how it doesn't automatically do that. Oh, I would be so protective of the boy Trevor in my book. He is adorbs. The cops taking me off. Oh no. All right, let's hop into the last sprint. Let me share my screen, and I will see you all in 45. Hello, everyone. How did that last sprint go? I definitely felt myself slipping, okay? So I'm very glad that was the last sprint. But the sad part is that I know as soon as I go and sit on the couch and turn on the TV, I'm gonna be wide awake. That's what really sucks. But if I continue to read right now, then I'm just gonna fall asleep. But I got to page 153 of Ninth House, so I'm that much in. Let me see what the audiobook says for percentage-wise. 33%. So we got a good chunk of the way in, and I am annotating it a little bit. I'm not writing in it yet because usually my threshold is 50 pages, and if I'm really liking it by 50 pages, then I'll start to underline things and actually write in the book because I know I'm going to keep it. But I don't know how I feel about it. I don't think I like it. I'm going to be honest. I don't think I like it. And I'm at this weird point where I feel like I'm too far into it to give up, but at the same time, I know that I'm probably just not gonna like it at this point. So what's the point of reading a book that's gonna be like a 2-star or less? I don't know. But that's just how I feel. That's how I feel about it. Also, yeah, I talked about this a little bit earlier, but I think she fell asleep. I don't know. I messaged her and asked her if she tapped out or if her iPad died. She didn't respond, so I'm guessing she fell asleep. I have yet to read a single word, but still happy to be here. Hello, I'm so excited to read. I'm 78% into The Lost Girls of Paris. I'm so sorry, but that was the last sprint. But I'm glad, like 78%, like you can finish that. Hopefully, well, no. For my time zone at least. I know nobody's going to be sprinting right now. Thanks. I thought this was a 24-hour. It's a 24-hour readathon, but the sprints aren't going on for 24 hours. Definitely not. I am thinking about doing that sometime in the future, but not for the KU readathon. But I have to prepare for that. I would have to take off work for that probably. DNF. I fully supported DNF. Don't push yourself into a slump at the end of the year. But like honestly, I've already surpassed my reading goal. So if I were to get in a slump now, then it wouldn't be the end of the world because then I could start the new year fresh. I wouldn't mind just taking the rest of the year off. I mean, obviously there's books that I do want to get off my TBR before the new year. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. 34% in. I didn't know it was dual perspective. Now I'm more excited to continue. Amazing. This is like dual timeline, or there's like 3 different timelines going on, and I'm just so confused because I don't even know if I'm supposed to be intrigued by what's going on because I'm not. Oh, okay. Sorry. Everyone should join us for Sunday Sprint shenanigans. They're the bestest. Yes, I host sprints every Sunday at noon EST. I haven't scheduled them yet. Normally, I schedule them at the beginning of the month and do it for the whole month, but I've fallen behind this month, so it's all good though. It's all in good fun. I finished chapter 2 of Dear Edward at 12%. Woo-hoo. I said that weird. Woohoo. I'm glad that you are liking your book. Hello. I'm about to leave, but hello. Hype, hype, hype. You are one of my biggest supporters. Like, thank you so much. Maybe you need to be in a different headspace for your book. It happens. But, like, that's the thing, though. I don't think I'll ever be in the right headspace for this book because I'm trying to make myself someone that I'm not. And I think, like, they say you can't knock things till you try them. But sometimes you can, okay? And this is kind of proving my point that I don't like fantasy because it's just way too confusing, or it's just not interesting to me. And it's complicated for no reason. Like, I don't know. Some people could read this and be like, that is easy reading, but not for me. It's fine. I was about to go to bed anyway and saw you were here when I checked YouTube. Well, I should say good night. Good night. Always here to cheer you on, Sarah. Thanks. The writing in Les Mis is honestly my favorite part. Like, if it's like this early on, this is going to be a great book for me. Good vibes. I know that my friend Sean, it's like his favorite book of all time. So there are definitely supporters of Les Mis. And Liz also likes it. That's her first adult fantasy, isn't it? Yes, it is. Roger, Victor Hugo is brilliant. I also highly recommend The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I sobbed at that one. I mean, I've just seen the Disney movie, so I'm pretty sure it wouldn't follow the same kind of storyline. Or maybe it does, but like very loosely. I don't know. Disney probably made it a little less dark. Because that's just what Disney does. I mean, freaking Sleeping Beauty and all of those fairy tales, when you really look into it, those are pretty scary. It's absolutely nothing like the Disney movie. I will definitely check that out too at some point. Yes. I'm glad I got to sit in a little. I'm glad you did get to sit in for a little bit too. Alrighty, guys. I am signing off for the night. I will see you guys on Sunday for some Sunday sprints. If you would like to join me for those. Again, it's at noon EST. I gotta get used to saying EST instead of EDT. So glad you're enjoying Les Mis. It's a chunk, it's a quality chunk. LOL. I like that. Quality chunk. Good night. Love you too, Lexi. This was fun. Mimosa sprints? Perhaps. Maybe. All right. Bye.